am I the asshole for wearing sexy clothes around my roommate's boyfriend? I study in the city and I share an apartment with 2 other girls. I work at a bookstore and a cheese shop, all so I don't need loans. It leaves me exhausted when I get home. I usually take a shower, make dinner, and just go to my room. It was all fine until one of my roommate's boyfriends started hanging around with her almost every night. It didn't bother me at all until last Sunday morning when I was in the kitchen making coffee. The boyfriend came in and asked if he could have coffee and started chatting. The roommate later came in and she was visibly annoyed. So I asked her what's up and she said, nothing. When her boyfriend left, she asked to talk to me. She told me that my breasts are very distracting and that maybe I should consider wearing a bra or a thick hoodie when I'm in the common areas, or simply just buy takeouts so I don't need anything to use in the kitchen every evening when she, the other roommate, and their boyfriends are hanging out. I didn't read this one, you guys. She's clearly not a pick-me. I thought this was going to go a totally different way. The thing is that when I was making coffee that day, I was wearing a gray t-shirt and sweatpants. The boyfriend was in his boxers, and she was wearing silk negligee. She's 6 feet tall and very beautiful. She has done some modeling. I'm 5'6", and while I'm happy with how I look, I never thought of myself as a threat to someone like her. So I laughed and asked her if she was serious. She became upset and told me that her boyfriend has been talking about my breasts. I was grossed out, so I just went to my room. All last week, I brought takeout with me and stayed in my room.
No, come on.
Yesterday, however, I came home.
Sorry, that's loud.
Yesterday, however, I came home at 6 p.m. They were already in the kitchen, the roommates and their boyfriends. Before I went into my room, the roommate yelled, "Pizza again? Soon you won't be able to go through the door."
Who is this bitch?
I was fuming. I put my sexiest push-up bra on, hot pants, and tiny see-through top. I went to the kitchen and started making food. The roommate was livid. She started yelling and then stormed off to her bedroom while crying and calling me a whore. My other roommate thought I was an asshole and heartless because the roommate has confided in us about her insecurities and eating disorder in the past that left her hating her body. Was I the asshole?
No, I'm sorry to hear about this eating disorder. But no, you are not. This is not, no.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
She does go, edit. I should mention that none of the 2 girls wear bras at home, but my breasts are on the larger scale. I think that's the problem because I never heard my roommate asking the other roommate to wear a bra.
It's ridiculous.
Which is, again, the double standard.
Exactly.
Like
So
small
ridiculous.
boobs, big boobs. Small boobs, big boobs.
Well, and that goes back to, too, like she's saying, you know, that the other roommate was saying that she's an asshole. She's like, you know that this roommate has an eating disorder and like that she has a lot of insecurities. And like that, like we like can have compassion for, like we should have compassion for.
Yeah.
I think that like that doesn't mean that it's okay to project onto other people and be mean to them and make them feel bad and make them have insecurities. Like now she has an insecurity. She feels like she has to get takeout and cover herself up in her own home that she's paying for. It's just like that boyfriend is not paying rent. Why does he get
a say?
Yeah.
For someone that has an eating disorder or has struggled with EDs in the past, it's very odd that you would body shame someone.
Right.
You're not going to be able to fit through the door. Pizza again?
Yeah.
Bitch, she's doing that for you.
Yeah.
Because you're insecure. Which I think this is like something that's really hard and something that will like continue to come up overall in general, not just this podcast, but like we should not be responsible for people's triggers. We should not be responsible for people's insecurities. Mm-hmm. She's clearly projecting. Mm-hmm. That has nothing to do with OP.
Yeah.
Like OP is just trying to live her life and have a healthy living situation.
Well, and it's interesting to hear the story because the one thing, I don't mind having my roommates have their boyfriends over, but it is one of those things where I'm like, oh, I can't like walk around in my underwear like I could with just like my friends here. And so it's like you have to kind of like cover up a little bit more. But like this, like absolutely not. I'm not putting on like I don't know, like a...
Well, the fact that she was wearing a gray t-shirt and sweatpants when this initial thing happened. The boyfriend was just in boxers, which one I find super inappropriate.
That's fucked up. So he's allowed to wear boxers, but you're not allowed to wear sweats? Like what?
And the
A
roommate,
growfit? You're not allowed to wear a growfit?
well, the roommate was in a silk negligee, basically like a silk nightgown, silk lingerie. Like negligee can mean different things.
This is so frustrating and rude.
This is a negligee. Like this is lingerie. That's lingerie.
Yeah.
So,
and also back to people taking responsibility. What the hell is the boyfriend doing talking about her roommate like that? Like that.
Why are you with this man?
Why are you with him?
If he's making you feel insecure about your body, why are you with him?
If he's making comments about your roommate's boobs being out and like,
the one that's calling her roommate out and being a bitch, she's almost a pick-me girl. She's the one that's being a fucking pick-me girl.
yeah.
Putting someone else down for a man's approval or to win a man over.
Right.
You're being the pick-me.
Yeah. Suppress yourself. Make yourself small. There's this little, oh my God. There's this thing that Danielle will post on her Instagram every once in a while. And I love it. I'm going to send it to you so you can like post it on the YouTube.
Yeah.
But it's just basically talking about like I'm, as a woman, I'm not going to make myself smaller to make you feel bigger. It's like to a man.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's a really cute little cartoon post that she posts.
It is. And that's like a good motto. It's like, why does she have to be responsible for this girl's insecurities?
Yeah.
No, that's not how it should work. I hope she can get a different roommate situation.
Yeah, definitely.
So bad. But
What was the top comment on that?
it's a long one.
They're like, you're the asshole. We're like, wait, what?
Not the asshole. She wants your boobs. She said breasts, but I just have a hard time saying that word sometimes.
Yeah, it's a little formal for me too.
Not the asshole, lol. She wants your breasts. It is formal. I like boobs. They're just boobs. It's just fun. I bet the boyfriend didn't talk about your breasts, and even if he did, why isn't she pissed off with her boyfriend more? Why is he looking and talking about other breasts to his girlfriend? Mm-hmm. The fact that she has the audacity to blame you for her boyfriend's creepiness, you were completely covered. You can't just detach your girls and keep them inside the cupboard. And then her comment, which was absolutely disgusting. Her insecurities and eating disorder doesn't give her a free pass to project them all onto you. Were you petty? Yes. Does that make you the asshole? Nope. Honestly, I would try and find another place to stay. Can't imagine trying to live in peace amidst such drama. And don't listen to the people expecting you to be the bigger person. We should stop normalizing the whole bigger person thing. You literally were hiding out in your room, eating takeout for a whole week, and she still came for you. Nah, she had it coming. Sorry, not sorry. Hopefully your roommate will think twice before going all mean girls on someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, do you think it was petty?
I think it was justified.
Justified pettiness?
I don't know. No, I don't even think it was petty at that point. I think like she was at her wit's end. Like she had just caved up in her room for a week, eating takeout, which doesn't leave you feeling very good after a whole week of it. When she came out, a push-up bra and a see-through shirt.
Good.
I like it. I think it's one of those things where it's like, if you can't fight the bull, what's that saying? The bull saying? I should know this. If you can't fight the bull, don't mess with the horns. I think is what it is. If you can't fight the bull, don't mess with the horns. Yeah, if you can't fight the bull, don't mess with the horns. If you provoke somebody, you can expect an aggressive reaction. That's what it means. And that's the thing. Like, she was literally walking in with a pizza, gonna go mind her own fucking business when you guys are capitalizing common living space. And you're gonna say, you're not gonna be able to fit through the door.
This is one of those stories where it's like, I can't believe that it's real because it's so realistic, but so ridiculous. Do you know what I mean?
I can see it though. I think at the root cause of a lot of these pick-me's is insecurity, and it's trying to uplift yourself to make yourself feel better, to fit in. And clearly this girl, she's 6 feet, she's a model. Like, you're constantly being compared to other women. You're constantly in competition with other women. You're dealing with a lot of insecurities.
Well, I don't know what you would call this, but there was a time in my life where I used to eat really, really bad. Like, it's like ridiculous how bad I used to eat in college. Like, I genuinely thought like a McChicken was healthy because it was protein. I like would go to the grocery store and I would get like a Caesar salad, one of those pre-made ones. And I was like, I'm so healthy today. I like ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and I was like, health. with chocolate chips in it. Health. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I ate so bad. So when I started eating really healthy, I was so proud of myself. I was making quinoa. Like, I'm like buying kale. Like, holy shit, I was so proud of myself. And I felt good too. I like felt better. And then I had a friend make comments to me like, do you have an eating disorder? Why don't you eat something like a donut? And I'm like, I know how to eat a donut. I've done that for the past like 2 decades. Aren't you proud of me? I'm proud of myself. And then it made me feel shameful when I was eating healthy around this friend because I was like, she thinks I have an eating disorder because I'm eating this healthy food. But yet I'm so proud of myself for finally being healthy. So I don't know what you call that, but
I
anyway,
think, well, no,
maybe I just wanted to vent.
No, but I think that's like,
just kidding.
No, but that kind of goes along with today's conversation because like on the video we watched, one of her things was like, are we over policing women? Are these people being pick-me's or are we just over policing them?
Well, actually,
and like, why make comments about something that's not hurting or even impacting you? It doesn't affect you. And if your friend wants to eat a bag of kale, as long as she's not throwing it up.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly. It's
you have
like,
nothing to worry about.
And that's the thing is that I was like, you genuinely know that I don't have an eating disorder. So why are you saying it? That's like, why are you saying that? Yeah. And, but actually she ended up admitting later, which was good, is that she was saying, she's like, honestly, like I made comments because it makes me feel like I'm eating wrong. And I don't want to feel bad about how I'm eating. So instead I like projected onto you to make you feel bad about it so that I felt better about eating whatever I was eating.
Yeah.
Which is like very big of her, very big of her.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I go through that myself where it's like, I love sweets, I love candy, I love cake, I love cookies, I like all the bad stuff, but it's fine in moderation, but like, I don't know how to moderate. Like you give me a pack of cookies, they're gone. And so like Justin's very good about just being like, no, I already had like 2, maybe 4 cookies today. Like I don't need the 5th cookie.
Fucking Justin's moderation is just out of control. It is too good.
He's really good.
It's really good with moderation.
And so I will be like, oh, I can't have that cookie because you're not having that cookie. And it just like makes me feel bad. So it's like, I get where she's coming from. But again, it's like,
Justin knows how to handle his alcohol. Like
I know he's so good. He's so good.
Balance everything. God damn it.
I know. God, I don't know if he's blacked out in ever.
Drink to that.
I know. I'm like drinking air. But this was an interesting conversation. I think it's a very complex issue. There's a lot to it. I think internalized misogyny is a big root cause of a lot of it. I think also just people struggling to fit in and insecurity. Fucking, it's a bitch. It sucks.
Yeah.
We've all been there. We've all wanted to fit in or try to like have someone like us or be a part of the gang. And it's hard, but at the end of the day, you just have to remember that like whatever you're doing in those situations to try to fit in, just ensure that it doesn't come at the expense of others and putting other people down. And
I think to be able to recognize that is really huge because a lot of people hear the word insecure and they're like, I'm not insecure. No. I don't have, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm super insecure.
People do not like to say that they have insecurities or that they are insecure. Like
we all have it.
And that's the thing is that we're human. We all have insecurities, especially in this world, especially with our social media. Are you kidding me? If you don't have any insecurity of any sort, then like you're either lying to yourself or you're some type of superhero.
Seriously. I'm going to go with the former. I think it's normal. I think it's literally a part of the human complex to have some sort of insecurity.
And it'll make you act in a way that's like not, like if it gets out of hand, then sometimes it'll make you act in a way that's not genuinely true to yourself, which is why we hear situations like this where it's like, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, like what this girl is saying, the pizza comment.
Crazy.
But it's stemming from such a dark place, which is where if we can kind of have compassion and hopefully let these people open up, like maybe eventually this girl will talk about it and be like, that was fucked up of me. I shouldn't have done that. It was because I'm like hurting so bad. I'm in such a dark place. I just want this guy to like me so badly. And I like can't get my head straight.
Yeah. And I'm sure that's the case. That sounds pretty on the money.